So there was a video of T-Pain ranting about how he felt about music, and let's take a look.
Do some different music. We have all the that you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally two niggas with baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else. Do something else. That's it. That's all we want. Do something else. We have it. We have it already. You don't have to do that music anymore. We have the music already. We have Lil Baby. We have Dub Baby. We have Lil Uzi Vert. We have Lil Yachty. We have Lil everybody. Do something else. Stop sending me this and then get mad when I don't like it.
So T-Pain was quite outspoken there.
Bruh.
But I mean, how do y'all feel? Like, do you feel like today's music all just sounds the same? Because I can see where he's coming from.
Well, since Keith isn't here to defend his boy Little Baby,
oh no,
let's just rag on him. I just think all these new dudes sound the same. Like, I'm still confused on the NLE boys and the NBA boys and I don't know who is who.
It's
like,
just a popular thing to put your clan tag in your rap name now, I guess.
Oh, like, goodness, like, this ain't Fortnite. Like, they're killing me. They all sound like Fortnite clans, like you just said, or Destiny clans. But like, yeah, they all sound the same to me, and they all just sound like they just all sound the same. I just don't.
I mean, between both babies, between NBA YoungBoy, Roddy Rich,
NLE Chopper.
I feel like you can't really get a whole lot of these new dudes who sound unique. Like, shoot, even the new artist Coi Leray, and Keith ain't here to argue with me on this one now. She sound like Playboy Cardi.
That's my sneaky link.
I'm
gonna post the example in this video too.
Oh my goodness, yes, please. You know what? If you could just, whenever they were doing those freestyles, if you could just put that, like, she started off a freestyle dancing for some reason, and it was the most awkward dance. Like, she said,
yeah, she was
like, what is going on?
But you know what's crazy? Go ahead, DJ.
I was gonna say, like, so you think Lil Baby sounds unique? I mean, I feel like his sound has been out. Dub Baby is probably more unique.
Yes.
Little Baby, his sound is like this. His type of rapping has been out for a while. He's just like succeeded actually in doing it.
He sound like Roddy
Rich.
Yeah.
They both use the melodic flow. I think Lil Baby's voice is more distinctive. Like, I feel like it's different enough.
Lil Baby,
I don't know, man. You got
like bars and substance in his verses. It's just kind of hard to catch them.
Yeah, it's just
for me at least, and maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
But it's not as accessible. Like
when I go and read his lyrics, I'm like, oh, he actually went kind of hard on this.
Right.
But it's like when I hear it, it's like his voice gets kind of like he uses like a repetitive, monotonous,
it's very
sound
like,
in his voice.
Right, and then his bars are repetitive too. Like, his bars are repetitive, like, and then, like, you know, Pop Smoke is one of my favorite rappers, but like his bars were kind of repetitive on this last album that he just put out. Like, you know,
I mean, well, I forget how that album went. Didn't his like producer or someone put that together? I'm not informed.
Me either. I'm not uninformed, but I'm just saying the bars that he had on there.
Yeah,
some of the same bars from Dior, some of the same bars from Woo Baby.
I
It
don't know
was
what
like
it
a
is.
lot of his like tracks that he didn't like use yet or that weren't unfinished, and then like he had features come on to like fill in the rest of the songs.
Yeah, but like he has. Oh, okay. I can see that. Like, oh, the tracks were unfinished,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then like they had the features of just people plugging people in.
yeah.
probably.
But
no.
even with that being said, like his parts that he rapped are still the parts that he rapped. If it's
True.
repetitive, then it's repetitive.
Dang.
He's always talking about his
Right,
4/4.
I mean, you go. People are gonna go back and listen to the album or listen to their music and make changes and be like, "Yeah, I'm saying that too much," unless you're Nicki Minaj. But
Shut up. You're her son now. You mentioned her.
You're not her son.
You are.
You're a stepson.
Everybody's a son.
So, I mean, I'm gonna give that one a pass. But I don't know what it is about Lil Baby. It's like I listen to Eminem and he's spitting at 60 million miles per hour, but I still understand what he's saying.
Right.
But Lil Baby, I can't like. I don't know what it is. It just because it runs on?
It's the voice. It's the voice dynamics, man.
And it's that little bit of slur that he has.
Do you think Lil Baby's a better rapping Travis Scott? I just came with that in my head. Like, do you think like if he couldn't rap, like just because Travis can't rap like him, do you feel like it's the same?
Well, hold on now.
No,
Travis, I feel like it's original.
Now listen,
Travis can spit.
What that's what I'm about to say. Like, who said that Travis is like below him when it comes to bars? Let's not get confused. Lil Baby is very successful right now. A lot of people is like accepting his music. That don't mean that he's like crazy with the bars. Yeah, he has some nice bars here and there.
hey, Travis could spit for real.
Travis be spitting, bro.
Okay. I mean,
But,
I'm a Travis fan.
I think a more fair comparison, because when Lil Baby first came out, people used to say him and this dude Gunna was like two halves of a discount Young Thug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
much.
like I like Lil Baby's like the part of Young Thug that raps, and Gunna was the part of Young Thug that sings.
Man.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you really think about it. But why do y'all think like there's so many people sounding the same then? Is it just what's popular?
Lazy.
I think
Popular was lazy.
people see what's successful, copy the formula, and try to apply it to themselves. Now, there's some people who could take it and rework it in such a way that it sounds unique or even better than the original. Like I'll give credit to
that's what Lil Baby did basically.
I give credit to a certain person's favorite artist for being able to do that because he does it better than most other people. Yes, him. Yours. I'm trying not to say the name. I'm not saying the D word. I'm not gonna say it. Nah.
Aubrey.
Aubrey Graham.
I was trying to think of what his name was on that show, but I forgot. Degrassi. We should have just called him Degrassi.
Degrassi.
That disrespectful?
Was it Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I mean, whatever. Anyway, I feel like the copying now is almost like everyone wants to make that $1 million song, get that $1 million song on the radio, get a remix to it, and then they're done. You know what I mean? Someone that fell victim to that was Designer. Even though, like, if you really listen to Designer, he's actually spitting. Like, listen.
Yeah, he actually has some bangers outside the stuff.
And he was actually going. One dude that has been a little disappointing, like Rod Wave, came out hitting hard. You know, dude, hearts all broken. I'm sorry. Yeah, that dude. Him. He was hard. And then, like, but Lil Baby, I will give it to him. Like, he has not stopped with his hits or his feature hits. Like, I just don't think it. Like, I don't. Like, the music don't hit for me. Like, I mean, I guess this is hard for this is their generation's. This is their generation's Kendrick.
The thing I don't like about
he said the K word. You gotta stop.
Oh, Kendrick. Lil Baby, I can tell people are really trying to hype him up to like put him into that next tier. I feel like a lot of people feel like he's next. Like if one of those three go away, he's gonna fill that spot. But I'm not really looking forward to that. Like it's
yeah,
that type of sound isn't entertaining to me.
I like to hear him rap without auto-tune and hear what it sounds like.
Now,
Cause
outside of
dude's
that,
ugly, Loki. Never mind. Let me chill out.
Yeah, I saw this meme that said Lil Baby looked like the dude off Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
you know what though?
He looked like one of them. Remember them worms from Men in Black?
Oh man.
Once you go worm, that's what you'll.
Oh man.
You know the I feel
disrespect.
like music though is very diverse actually. Like if you look at the stuff that's like
Let's keep doing it to that
really
yogurt coat.
yeah, he's killing me.
That's
But
how
if you
I
look
eat.
at the stuff that's like really selling though, like the big three all sound different. You know, Travis
They
Scott
do.
he's different. Kanye West is different. Like those
How
guys
much
who
yogurt
are
is in that?
Bro,
Your
chill out,
face.
cuz.
What are you doing?
Yogurt's fire.
yeah, you got the Danimals over there.
Nah, it's the great value.
great.
No, because I just wanted one with just all strawberry and banana. And Dan almost had a strawberry and strawberry banana pack. I'm like, I don't want to just steal somebody's all strawberries.
You could probably sell it to the baby for like 200, but we'll touch on that later. But no, I actually feel like it's really music is really diverse when you look around. It's just for the new people, like Kari, what you were saying earlier, for all the new people, the people that T-Pain is probably hearing, people that are sending him music to listen to, they probably all sound the same because they're trying to, like Granville says, latch on to what's popping right now. That's what the labels are probably looking for. They're getting their little statistics and their facts, and they see what sells, and they're looking just for that for right now in this moment.
Correct.
I don't think they actually like expect a lot of new people to like take off. They're just trying to make money off them.
Yeah, one hits. Like, are you good?
I mean,
Pretty
people have been
much.
copying for the longest time now.
Mhm.
But that's the thing, because oh, go ahead.
Is Lil Wayne the first little rapper?
No.
Little Flip. Before I don't know who's before Little Flip.
He's the biggest little rapper. That's all I know.
He is the
He is the biggest. Big Little.
but with that, he was also saying that music is just in general in a bad place right now. Like music is just bad. I mean, I don't think I necessarily agree with that. It's just it depends on what you're listening to.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think he's referring to hip hop possibly.
Yeah.
And even then I don't think it's in a bad place. It's just different. Like, you know, like as times change, music's gonna change.
Right.
Like we don't back in the day where people used to call like real hip hop and stuff like that. That stuff sound like nursery rhymes. Like when we
You're right.
have,
You're right.
Pop
King
Oh,
of
we-
rock, rap empire.
yeah, and like what we have now is like when somebody listens to a Kendrick or J Cole or Drake, they're like that's real hip hop or whatever, right?
I don't like that you said his name last. But it's okay.
I
This we
think
have
what
we
it
haven't
is-
said his name.
But
I
whatever.
think what it is a oversaturation of commercialized music versus lyricism, and it's not proportionate. And I think that's what a lot of people complain about. I feel like when Nas said hip hop is dead, that's what he was getting at, because when hip hop first started off, it was all about lyricism. I mean, people talked about the same stuff they do now, of course, back then, but like they still had a different way of doing it. It wasn't as blunt, we'll say, as it is nowadays. But nowadays it's a little bit more, I guess, dumbed down, or there's just so much of it now compared to like someone talking about something that's real. But I mean, that's what sells. I mean, there's a reason why it sells, though.
Yeah, and it's just like I mean, I could think of it like sports almost, where you know you watching the NBA and you see Steph Curry and Damian Lillard shooting it from the other side of the court. But if you just watch like college sports and that's all you watch, eventually that's just what you're gonna be used to. Like
Right.
with the best players in college are just gonna be the best players that you know. Like the NBA, how good those players are, at some point you would just kind of forget about them. Or I don't know if you'd forget about them, but like you'd be so used to the college, like that would just you start getting excited for less, right?
Right.
So likewise, it's like sure we want the bars. Like I remember when I first was listening to like rap music, I was like, oh, I want bars. I just want bars all the time. Lyricism, like Granville was saying. When I heard that kind of new melodic stuff, I was like, I don't want none of that at all. But it's like there's so much of it now. I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? I like how he did that melodic sound.
Right.
And now I'm slowly transitioning because now I'm like, oh, that's hard. And I'm like, if I was 10 years ago, I'd be like, or 5 years ago, I'd be like, this is garbage.
Exactly. That's true. Like I just, yeah, it's something you got to get used to with this new music coming up because it's not changing. Because
So we're basically being conditioned.
Yeah, we're like being
like-
assimilated.
right.
Yeah.
Now
But bigger artists, I think the big three will always be able to do whatever they want to do
definitely.
and still get popping and hits.
Now another thing that T-Pain said was that views, popularity, and even Grammys can all be bought. He said that. I don't know if that's in the video that we showed or not, but he said that in his rant as well.
Mhm.
Now that being considered, does that make you look at that any differently? Like, do you look at the Grammys differently? Do you look at the artists who won Grammys differently?
I mean,
Well,
Like, is that all it is? Like, it's just whoever puts up the most money.
well, see, my thing, just about what he said, like views and popularity, I can see that being bought, but how do you buy a Grammy?
I don't think he.
I
means,
think
like, really,
Macklemore bought his Grammy.
Dang.
There ain't no way he beat Drake and Kendrick.
Well, I think what he's saying is
that
like,
was just straight racism on that one.
we ain't gonna talk about that too heavy, but I think that he's saying like if you have the money, you could get the budget to get the top producers or the top writers to create this sound that is like most likely to sell, that could make an album that gets you a Grammy. But I don't really think it like affects my view of it because I mean like Nas is one of our favorite rappers. He didn't get his first Grammy until last year or this past year for album that came out in 2020. But I mean that didn't change how I felt about his music before.
Right. I think Grammys really affect the artists and how they feel. Like I know that's like their highest achievement for them. Like I don't care if you know what I mean. Like it's fun in arguments. Like oh my boy got 6 Grammys to year 5 and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fun for that. But like
I was like, I'm gonna just let him keep going with it.
it don't really affect us, like our opinions on them. You know what I mean? Like I could care less how many Grammys Kanye got. Like that's one thing that we just gonna keep mentioning Keith, and he's not on here. Keith always loves like Kanye just won a Grammy last year, but in gospel, like we don't care about no gospel album.
So is Grammys?
Jay-Z.
I think Jay-Z has
What 34?
I can't remember, but is Grammys like the highest achievement for a rapper?
That's how it was viewed.
For our music,
Point out.
yes.
Yeah.
Because remember, man, and then also like the BET Awards used to be building up steam for people to get those, but now nobody goes. Like none of the big artists go to BET Awards. Like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Drake, Kanye, Kendrick, J. Cole have not been seen at the Grammy since like 2010. I mean, at the BET Awards since like 2010.
That's
I mean, the artists that the labels are putting money behind the most are just gonna get the most screen time, gonna get the most views, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I can consider that, I guess, buying a Grammy, but it's more than just hey, give this man a Grammy.
Yeah,
like, the song still has to be great and things like that.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like Grammys though, they kind of help the artists get to another level, not for like their fans, but just commercially. Like it just helps them have a higher potential of earning money faster if they can say, "Oh yeah, I got a Grammy." But I mean, honestly, to me, Grammys don't make any difference. It's just like Kari was saying, "Oh, my favorite artist got this many Grammys," so it's just something you can add to one of
they go think they want the Grammys.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell that like they don't really take them too seriously either. Like who was it that was
especially now?
That's
Yeah.
Kanye.
Kanye, yeah.
Yeah, like
But he don't take
Yeah.
his life too serious right now. So
Dang.
Yeah, didn't Drake have? Was that the Grammys?
Drake was like
awards?
eating out of one of them or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
recently,
yeah, he was the
had
one
a-
like exposing it. Like
yeah, and they cut him off real quick.
yeah, they cut his mic because he was talking crazy about the Grammys.
Yeah.
Dang.
But so we talked about how there's a lot of copycats out there, but can you really blame them though? I mean, like they're just trying to get popping though. Like,
Yeah. Kyle.
Grandma used to make music too, actually.
Yeah.
Like your first songs, obviously, like you were.
We don't
drawing...
talk about those.
They were in his
Talk about
native
those.
language. They were in his native language.
They were in English,
They were-
which is my native tongue.
He was like, Shaba.
But you were drawing inspiration. You were drawing inspiration from your favorite artists, though. You were probably trying to copy their flows, trying to think like, what would they say? Not exactly, but something similar to that.
Above Marley.
I mean, if you do that, you think it sounds good and you put it out there.
Yeah.
At the same time, I can't really blame them. It's just like they're just trying to find themselves. Not everyone like at Jump is just gonna, be the next Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, Wayne. Like people
Or
got
T-Pain.
I mean, I think Kendrick had a whole or T-Pain. Kendrick had a whole mixtape that he was copying Lil Wayne, didn't he?
Yes.
What's that, though? This is
Michael Jordan.
This song called Hater Love. If you ever listen to that song by Kendrick, you would think he's like trying to mimic Lil Wayne
Oh,
pound
definitely.
for pound.
But I think even Lil Wayne knew, like, I think he talked to Lil Wayne about, like, hey, is it okay if I, do this or whatever? I don't know that story, to be honest, but I thought I heard something like that.
So, well, never mind. You say you don't know the story. I'm about to ask, so if he was doing that on purpose, does that really count as like a?
It's a copy. It's almost like a.
I mean, it's still a copy, but
it's like an homage.
Like,
I get it. Yeah.
What do they call it?
An homage, or like a yeah. Is it not an
Homage?
Homage,
Is it?
yeah.
Paying
Yeah,
homage?
Paying homage. What is homage? Can we get a definition?
It's
of
like
homage?
that's the same word, but the H is silent. I don't know which way you say it, so
homage.
I don't know which way you say it actually.
It's homage. Homage.
I heard people say it both ways. I don't know which.
Yeah, I think
Google
I think
said
that's-
homage is the incorrect spelling of homage.
That's still a word, at least.
Bruh. Is it though?
I've heard some people say homage.
Viewers,
That
is it
that might be
homage?
like
Is
the
it
fancy
homage or
way.
homage?
Yeah.
That's probably like the fancy way of saying it. The
Y'all
fancy
better
way.
not be saying homage.
All right. Well, to put a stamp on it, just answer this question: where do you think music is right now? You think it's a good place or bad place?
I think it's in a good place.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place whenever the big three start doing things. I think it's just mid when everyone else does something else.
Hey, we had some good music this year though.
I say, yeah, we did good
You
stuff.
did.
Did you listen to Vince?
I
I
did.
listen to Vince.
I have to listen to Vince.
I listened to
Man,
half of it. It was
That
pretty
was
good.
a solid album. bro.
Yeah, that one was smooth.
I'm in solid album. Why me?
Go listen to Kari now on all streaming services.
Yes.
It's just Kari.
Kari. Homage.
I think
is the album title.
I think a lot of music is pretty popcorn. Like right now, like if you just throw on the radio, it's
Oh yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
microwave
Popcorn.
popcorn.
Ooh, then you eat it, then you gotta enjoy it for like that first 2 minutes, and then it's
Yeah.
like nothing.
I guess maybe that's just always what the radio has been forever.